Hola, buenos días.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches.
This is Barb.
And this is Estella.
And welcome to
Cafecito.
And Crime. Hello, everyone. We hope everyone's having a wonderful day. How everybody but you. But anyway.
Okay, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
No. I did not wake up on the wrong side of the bed. The week has been
just because you're not feeling okay.
No, I'm not feeling well, and not only
but
that,
it's okay. You don't have to
I'm not projecting.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But anyway, it's been a really long week. Work has been hell, and when it's one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
That's just the answer to everything. When it's one thing, it's another. Mm-hmm. And not only that, you know what? I found out that, you know how we do mums really big here in Texas? Mm-hmm. So mums are not everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I think we talked about it last season already.
I think so. So last season we talked about it, but
last year. Last year.
What is last season?
Homecoming season.
Not the homecoming.
Homecoming season last year.
So we are in homecoming season. For some reason, the school district decided to make it really early.
But I think last year it was really late.
Last year was in October. It's always in October.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's always almost at the end of the season.
No, but it's always I always think of like homecoming like September, like middle of September towards the end of September. But last year I thought it was late last year.
Well, I don't think so because it wasn't me, but all of the other moms were talking about how it was early too. So
yeah, compared to last ye's.
Well, no, compared to the rest of the year because the girls have been going to dance, whatever. Especially like even our friend that her daughter is a cheerleader. She's like, girl, it's so early this year. Mm-hmm. And then in other school districts, they even have it earlier this year. So I don't know. But anyway, my daughter is in the drill team. So they're big on having their, mums. Now, I am that crazy mom that is like, no, I'm making it. I'm making it myself. I'm going to do it all by myself. And do I need to do it? No. Do I want to? Yes.
Oh, but you like that kind of stuff. You like crafts and stuff. That's your thing.
So we are I am super excited and because I need to make it like totally different from last year, because I can't have it. So I keep referencing to my other one and I'm like, okay, I already did this. I can't do this again. So, but yeah, I'm a little bit psycho on that part, but let us know if you guys do mums wherever you're from. I don't know.
Do you know what a mum is?
Do you know what a mum is? Now, apparently the tradition, I don't know it, but from when do you remember, I know your school was really small when you were in school, pero did you guys know that like a freshman wears one flower and then the sophomore
No, I don't think it was two? Like, I think that's newer. I don't think that was the thing.
No, that was when I was in school.
Oh, girl, no, then no. I don't know.
So then like what I knew from high school, I don't know, but it's been a long time, more than 20 years. So if it's a freshman, you wear one flower. If it's a sophomore, you wear two flowers. And then you go from there, 3 and then 4 flowers for
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So anyway, but I've seen some girl, and I thought that I was crazy. I've seen some that are like.
It takes up the whole body.
Humongous. No. These people are wearing like big old boxes. Like, and
like, I don't even think I'm like
money.
No, I know, but
they
I'm like,
money.
But even then I'm like, dude, that's not comfortable. Like,
no, but the girls don't wear it all day, dude.
No, tampoco, like, pero la muchacha is like,
yeah.
I've seen it's like you're dragging another body the same weight as you, like walking around with a big ass mom the size of you.
Last year, they had like a little TikTok thing. Y luego te decían, oh, how much was your mom? And then everybody would say the price. There's girls 1,500, 800, 1,700. I'm like, that's and I see people have business. Like I follow this girl and she's like,
but you're like, we're going to Michael's.
No, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do everything myself.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, it's like I don't see myself. Like I told my daughter, she's my only daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it again with my son because that's not for boys. Yeah. Exactly. So then when am I gonna enjoy this again? Never.
Yeah, but like if you like you said, if you like it, then
yeah, I love it. I do. I do like it.
Maybe you could do a business.
Nah, I would never do a business because and then I want to do things my way and then if people be like, no, I want it like this, I'll be like, you're tacky.
And I hate you.
And I really think that you quieres una naca.
Yeah.
And then I want to get fired. ¿Y para qué quieres ese problema?
No, but that's why you would just pre-make them. And you're like, if you want this one, you can buy this one as it is. That's it. Yeah.
I know.
You're not going to take like requests. I'm just going to make them. Sí,
porque if somebody be like, no, es que no me gusta esto, I'll be like, well, fuck you, bitch. You know, like, no puedo. Tampoco. Porque luego no puedo, hermana. Mejor no.
Because first of all, you wouldn't say that.
No, but I would think it.
You would think it, but you would think.
I would be like, oh. ¿No te gustó?
Yeah. Like that one time we were decorating for that one party. I'm like, dude, it's not your party. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And I was just like, this. That
I'm like, it's not for you.
That looks so bad.
It's fine. It's not for you. Don't worry about it.
And then my sister was like, don't worry about it. That's not for you. I'm like, okay, you're right. And then I was like, oh. And then she's like, nope, you're just here to blow balloons. Yeah. So that's all I did. So that is why don't invite me to your party to decorate, porque luego I'm going to be like.
And then I'm like, don't worry about it. It's not for you.
Don't worry about it. It's not for you. But then when we did my brother-in-law's party, I decorated however the hell I wanted. And then my sister-in-laws, they listen to me. They're like, okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
As long as you take care of it, we don't care. Go wild.
Yes.
Go crazy.
So anyway, today, I'm sorry that our episode's a little late because I was also doing other stuff yesterday and it just got a little crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are going to I don't think we've ever been here. It's called Tamarack, Florida.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever been to Tamarack, Florida.
No, I don't think we've been to Florida.
It's close to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So that's the biggest city close to it. But anyway, if you would like to come with us to Tamarack, Florida, no es Tamaulipas ni Tamarindo, it's Tamarack.
Yeah, I heard the
Florida.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab your cafecitos.
And let's get started.
So Tamarack is only 63 years old, Estela.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now let me tell you why.
So that's my mom.
Yes. So it was basically created. So it was an actual creation as a retirement experiment. Yes.
Oh.
It was incorporated in July 19th of 1963. Right? So Tamarack was largely built from scratch as a planned retirement-oriented community rather than growing organically like other southern Florida cities. This is why many areas have distinctive planned neighborhood subdivision feels. So this place, it looks like a new building, a new place because
it was supposed to be like a retirement community.
Yeah, but they literally put it together.
It grew.
No. They didn't organically grow. Like people poner una casa así. No.
Yeah. No, it was planned.
It was planned.
Yes.
And that's the fun random string team. The Tamarack Police Department received a phone call on July the 13th of 2022 at around 3 p.m. from a man saying that he was not sure of the address of the emergency, but he sounded very distressed. And he just kept going, oh, no. The caller said, I said color instead of caller. The caller said that his name was Rovelto Robinson. He told the dispatcher that he had just walked into the unlocked door of his friend's house and that he found a very disturbing scene, and there was blood everywhere. Rovelto tells the dispatcher that he is going to run down to direct the paramedics into the apartment. So apparently he was on the second floor. So this was apartment 200. You can clearly hear in the background on the dispatch where he's like, hey, over here. So he flags down the EMS and he informs the paramedics that there is a gash on the victim's neck. That's all that he was able to see. And he just kept saying, it looks like someone slashed her neck. Deputy Hodgson arrived at the building where he met Rovelto. On the body cam footage, you can see where Rovelto is showing the paramedics and officers where the body was. So he's like, come with me, come in.
Yeah, leading them.
This is a body, as I said before, of a woman. And Rovelto just stood on the side and he kind of was like, you take over. I don't want to have anything or walk back in there. This is where Rovelto told the police that the victim's name is Kayla Hodgson, and she is 23 years old. And the apartment where she shared with her mother, Diana, and it was clear that she was deceased. She was completely covered in blood. Now, I guess they told him to try to do CPR
before they got
there. So he did have blood on his hands.
Okay.
Pero when he was standing there, you could see it in the camera. He's just going
you guys take over.
Take over.
Yeah.
Right. So it was obvious that she had suffered multiple stab wounds. She was at the door a few feet from the actual front door. So kind of like in the walkway. I believe they said that she was 4 feet from the front door.
Okay.
Now, not sure if she was trying to run out or anything, but she was laying down and she was on her side.
Okay.
So he said he found her on her side, but I guess he turned her over.
When he was doing
this. Trying to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there was glass all around her. Even though Kayla was a few feet from the door, officers made their way into the apartment, and there they discovered where there had to have been a very, very, very violent struggle. There was blood splattered everywhere, Estela. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Mm-hmm. And under Kayla, there was a black hose. The hose,
hose. Okay.
That sounded country, huh? A hose.
A hose?
So the hose looked like it belonged to a hookah. Like one of those, the rubber piece?
Yes.
And the base of the hookah was left on the counter, pero estaba broken. So they figured that that's where all the glass was coming from.
Okay.
By the first impressions of the crime scene, it looked like Kayla had been dragged from the front door, maybe trying to run away. Mm-hmm. That kind of breaks my heart. And then to where she was found dead. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a very intense fight, because Kayla did fight for her life. Like, she was not going to let whoever was doing this to her get away with it. It was so bad that there was acrylic nails that she had on that had popped off with her actual nail attached.
Ooh.
So it was on her right hand.
Yeah.
And she was missing a whole nail and her whole actual nail too.
Yeah.
Now, DNA was taken from the bottom of that nail. Mm-hmm. And obviously it takes time. Based on the rest of the blood pattern, it seemed like whoever did this to Kayla stayed in the apartment walking around, because not only Kayla's room, but her mother's room, Diana's too. So it looked like they were, like, había clothes everywhere. Como que sacaron ropa and it was just everywhere. The closet estaba todo tirado and it was just like a mess everywhere. Now, the most noticeable thing, it was in the bathroom and in Kayla's closet, where I think the person who did this was standing, and then I guess that's where the blood was dripping on the floor. Then in the kitchen, when they went over, it was kind of weird that it wasn't really, there was no blood. So you're like, there's so much blood where she was dead, so where's the blood? No, it turns out that whoever had done this had cleaned
that area
up. So when they did the luminol, bitch, it was all over. I mean,
the kitchen?
Over the kitchen walls. It was all over.
So they cleaned up some.
They cleaned up some. So it looked like como que...
Which is kind of stupid if you think about it. Like, there's blood all over the place, but you cleaned up some.
A lo mejor I'm going to say this again. A lo mejor they thought that she was going to...
maybe they thought they could get away with cleaning most of it, or...
No, maybe I think that, I don't know. I'm not a killer, so I don't know what my thought would be at that moment of, hey, you know what? Let me clean this up. I don't know.
Let me clean some of it?
Some of it, but not all of it. I don't know. So along with some footprints that were found along Kayla's body. So they were able también, they had to spray porque they were cleaned up. So I think that person in their mind was like, oh shit, I need to clean this up because I'm stepping on here.
I'm going to leave my shoe print.
You know? Yeah. Pinche TV. Bien pinche Horatio. Y entonces... when they went to go look at them, it was a clear impression that the bottom of the actual foot said BB, like the brand BB.
Oh, so it's not a man after all?
We have to find out. So then, or maybe men can wear BB.
How big were these shoes?
I don't know. So based on the pattern, and it seemed like they stayed, like I said, in there, and because you could see where they were walking around her and like kind of around the body. Which I don't know. But anyway, so that had also been attempted to be wiped away, but it was still visible, and that was the brand of the shoe. The investigators were able to determine that they were from the killer's shoes, since the tracks did also go all the way outside. Mm-hmm. And not only that, into the apartment elevator.
Oh, damn. You're just walking around an apartment complex with bloody shoes, bitch.
Not only that, but it went all the way to the front of the apartments.
You have balls, because how do you...
Yeah, you have balls.
Do you not think you're going to run into somebody? I would be shitting bricks.
Fuck yeah. So
you don't want to take the stairs?
So this person decided that they were going to kill somebody.
Try to clean up. And then
not clean up your shoes and then walk out?
Leaving a
trail. Not only that, but they also found a trail that was going to the trash can.
Of the apartment complex?
Yeah. So... the detectives were trying to figure out where the prints were from.
What?
The detectives were trying to figure out where the prints were from. And if they were from the killer, could they be from Revelto? Because he was like in there and stuff like that. And Revelto was like, no, wait a minute. I was not here.
Check my shoes.
Check my shoes. Like, this is not me. They also noticed that the killer had taken some things to the trash bins, like I said, when they followed the footprints. Now, Revelto did say, and he waited for investigators to speak to him. He was very cooperative. He had blood, like I said, on his hands, pero you can see him standing there con las manos así. Like, he's like, no, I don't want the smoke. He told investigators that he had last seen Kayla the night before at around 7 in the night. And then he left from there and he went home. Now, he figured that she had gone to work because Kayla worked overnight as a bottle service girl at a place called the Spot Lounge.
Okay.
So her shift she works all night from 9 p.m. till 4 a.m. Like she works all night, but she only goes one shift a week, sometimes even less, because she was known to be in other parties también. So she did this on the side, like a side job.
Like a side hustle.
Yeah. So after that, he said that he stopped at the apartment again to see Kayla, but he was knocking and she did not answer. When he was leaving, upset, thinking that Kayla was blowing him off, he noticed that her car was parked in a whole different side of the apartment. Mm-hmm. So that's when he's like, okay, this is not usual for her. She usually parks right in front because she's late.
Why would you park on the other side?
Yeah, como que no estaba ni adentro del apartment complex, like she was in the outside, right? Mm-hmm. And this was unusual, like I said, because she would come in late from work. So then why would you park that far? Yeah. Right? So all he did was that he went back upstairs and then he knocked. Y ya cuando he knocked a little bit harder, he was like, let me see if the door's open. And the door was open.
I feel like sometimes when you're knocking on a door, even though like nobody's answering, I think it's just like natural instinct to just rattle the doorknob. Yeah.
So he mentioned that he did come back, like I said, around 7. Pero he said something that was key was the fact that Kayla was home with her dog. Okay. So then... where's her dog?
Where's the doggy? Yeah.
So he said that after he knocked on the door, he did hear the dog barking, which was also suspicious because if she wasn't answering, that wasn't cool because she never left her dog, especially when her mom was not home. Right. Like she always was with her dog.
Yes.
He opened the door and this is when he found Kayla. Now, Velt, because that's what everybody called him. Velt. Yeah. Did let the officers know that him and Kayla were just messing around. He said he was his boyfriend, but not really. I don't think he was his boyfriend. I don't know. He said he had his own girlfriend. And her name is Nadia, and she lives in New York. But Kayla was aware, and she was okay with it. Okay. He had gone to see his girlfriend, and when he came back is when he met up with Kayla. And he thought Kayla was mad because sometimes she gets in her feelings, according to him. And he goes on to tell the officers that he had been dating Kayla for about a year like this and his other girlfriend. So basically he was with both. But Nadia had no idea about Kayla. And
Kayla knew.
No, Kayla knew, but Nadia didn't.
Yeah.
Now the officer then asks him, are you her only boyfriend? And he says, I have no idea. Mm-hmm. He then tells them that, she's just a bottle girl. Like she works at a Jamaican party.
Okay, so, that doesn't mean anything. Exactly. She's more than just a bottle girl. Okay.
It is later known that Kayla also did own, like I told you before, her own bottle doll business. Okay. I guess you could say bottle doll. So officers did hear the dog at one point, and when they did find him, he was in the room and he was found safe, but he was with blood on his paws, which means that he was there whenever it happened. Kayla, passed. He was very scared. And then I don't want to say it's funny, but it was like so pobrecito because like they have him in the picture. You know how they have to take pictures of everything, and they were taking his picture, and he's like this. Like his little face, he's like my mom, pobrecito. So his little paws los tienen así.
Oh, llenos de sangre.
And llenos de sangre.
Oh, that's so sad.
But the thing was, he was safe.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But he's traumatized.
Girl, traumatized. Another thing investigators noticed right away is that there was money, jewelry, and it was out, Estela. Like she had packs of money. Like in plain sight. In los drawers donde this person had opened all the drawers para sacar algo, pero she didn't.
Like you said, los cuartos estaban like hechos un desastre.
But they didn't think about taking the money.
That's not what they were there for.
Like they didn't want to take the jewelry. And I'm talking about like chains así, todo. Pero nada.
Bling blings.
Todo el bling bling. El blineo. So, like you said, this wasn't the motive. At this point, it'd been around an hour, and Kayla's family started to arrive to the complex. When I tell you, Estela, when I heard the audio of when her family found out what happened, I started to cry because that like pain, it's...
When you hear it.
Yeah. So her cousin, she is like, I want to go in there. I want to see my cousin. So they have everything blocked because remember I told you.
It's a crime scene.
Not only that, but the killer had left a trail. Yeah. So they blocked all the way up to the stairs. Todo estaba cerrado. And so then she's trying to get past the officers. Yeah. So ella se tira en el piso and she's like, tell me that this is not my cousin. Aww. Tell me that this is not my cousin. And they're like, who are you? And then she says, I'm Melanie. I'm her cousin.
I'm family. Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, well, how did you find out what happened? He's like, well, I found out from someone that spoke to Velt. So he had found her cousin in the apartment dead. Mm-hmm. So somebody that spoke to Velt, I guess, or that knew him or something like that. I don't know how it was, pero se dio cuenta. The family had no idea that Kayla had passed still. they thought that she was hurt.
Yeah.
Because they...
And what's hurt badly based on the crime scene.
And Melanie starts to ask officers questions like, let me see her. Why don't you let me by? Why?
Yeah.
And so they finally let her know. She said, is she dead? And the officer just went like, yeah. And she lost it. I mean, lost it. She's like, that was my best friend. She's 23 years old. She's a baby.
She's a baby.
Baby. Yeah. And then she was devastated. She said that they had already let Kayla's mother know, which she was the stewardess, and she was on her way back from the flight.
Oh.
So Diane was on her way back. Now, her mother made it back home to the unimaginable discovery. And even Kayla, man, when Kayla's brother came out, Estela, I was just like, oh my God, this poor guy. He actually made it past the cops.
Oh, shit.
To try to make it into the apartment.
Right.
Porque todavía tenían el body adentro del apartment.
Yeah. And
so then he's like, let me see her, like tirándose. And I was just like, oh, that's my baby sister. And, my big sister that's my big sister. It was just, they couldn't hold him down. No. Una cosa tan triste, like, I can't even explain to you. Like, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see the sister. So everybody was kind of just standing around there. And then finally they see that the body is coming out. Mm-hmm. So they witnessed and I had never seen this before. So they asked the coroner and the officers if they could pray for her before they took the body. And the officer said, yes, but don't touch the body. And so they closed the door and then I started crying again. Because they were just
heartbroken.
Praying over the body, and the truck was closed, and it was just so devastating. So, like I said, this was very emotional, and they were torn. They could not understand who could do this so horrible thing to their family member.
Yeah.
Not only that, but she was stabbed 36 times.
Oh, my God.
36 times.
Always wonder, like, you have to black out and
yeah, I guess.
No, but I'm not truly, like, you have to black out because, I mean, stabbing somebody is not easy. Like, it takes a lot of force, to do it once, twice, 36 fucking times, bitch.
Not only that, but most of them were on her face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and obviously she had a very deep cut
on her neck.
That's the one that they think that killed her because it went through to her jugular. Mm-hmm. And not only, she had like a slash in her face, like a hole from the top of her face to the bottom, just like a whole ass.
And I know,
slash.
like, we've done enough cases to know that that's personal.
Yeah,
like,
that's
not
personal.
just anybody. That's overkill,
Yeah.
Like,
obviously,
it's not robbery, obviously,
No.
because all of her stuff was still in the apartment.
Something that everybody could tell the officers about Kayla was that she was a very good person. Like, she didn't fuck with nobody. She didn't mess with anyone. She was focused on herself, and she was not conflicting. Like, she didn't want problems. You know how there's some girls get there, not her. She was just like, hey, let me get my bag and let me get home.
Yeah.
That's it. So while walking around the apartment complex, it was brought to the attention of the officers that a 16-year-old neighbor had heard something that could probably help to find out who did this.
Yeah.
Because they were knocking a ver if somebody's like ring door.
Had caught something.
Girl, why they have some cameras and the camera skill was right in front, no servían.
Damn.
Girl, that gives me, that me da coraje a mí eso. Ponle pinches batteries, bitch.
Do you charge your?
Yes, I charge mine.
I do
But
too.
I'm just saying, like, dude,
It would
not
happen.
only the ring, the one from the actual apartment.
Oh yeah, girl. You know it happens.
Girl, I don't even
it's
know
very
how
common.
many. Yes.
No, I feel like sometimes they put them out there just for show, so people think that they're working, but they're actually not working.
Girl, I was like, the camera was straight to the front of the door.
It literally would have helped this case.
You would have just found out who did it.
You would have solved the
You
case.
should have solved the case. But anyway, so the 16-year-old, right? He said he's at home, and he said like around 2:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning, he said there was somebody knocking at his door, and it was a woman. Now, when he looked through the peephole, she was wearing a mask, and she tells him that someone had taken her bag. Pero the way that she was knocking, it wasn't like, tú sabes así, suavecito. No, she was like knocking.
Hard.
And he said that she told him that she had left the bag in the stairway, y que de allí se la habían llevado. And it was a bag that was brown. He said that the woman was like really like not settled because se estaba como volteando the whole time. And he's like, what are you looking for?
Like paranoid
what
kind
the
of in a
fuck?
sense.
Yeah. Entonces dice el niño que he was just looking at her like, probably this boy is 16. He's probably scared.
Yeah.
And then when the teen said that he had not seen the bag, she walked away. But then 20 minutes later, he said now he's in his room. And then he heard that there was another door worse. They were knocking because todo se oye.
Yeah.
And they were knocking, but this was loud.
The apartments, the walls are like paper thin and shit.
And so they asked him, what does she look like? And he said, well, she was a black woman. She was wearing a black hoodie. And she was wearing a mask. Black pants.
That bitch in July?
In July in Florida, ho.
I know.
And so then the
she was
police
struggling.
they asked him about her shoes because they're like, okay, maybe they were BB. Pero he said he couldn't tell, but they were black shoes.
Yeah.
They were black shoes. So the police set off to ask for surveillance, like I said, the Ring cameras and everybody. And this is when they do see a woman in a black sweatsuit and a sweatshirt and a Yankees cap.
God damn, bitch.
And a mask.
Se estaba deshaciendo.
Bro, she was sweating her balls off for sure. So all of this, and she was walking around. Now, this is the weird part. She was walking around, right? Mm-hmm. And she looks like she has a bag como de comida. ¿Cómo se llama?
Like a grocery store bag?
No. ¿Sabes como, not the burger joint. ¿Cómo se llama el otro place that sells burgers? No, the other one. The one that is like green and they have salad bowls. ¿Cómo se llama? It's the one, it's right there.
Salada?
No, burger. It's not burger joint. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a burger place.
Oh, Hop Daddy?
Hop Daddy.
Oh.
So it was a Hop Daddy kind of bag, así.
Okay.
Y tenía una burger.
I like Hop Daddy.
And me too. But anyway, so then this lady, she's walking around everywhere. Pero
with
she
this
was with this bag. No creas que por poquito, hermana. 3 horas.
Damn! Bitch. 3 hours walking around a
Walking
fucking
around. Just walking
and
around, walking around.
In July
up and down,
in
up
Florida?
and down. And I'm like, first of all.
Did she have a trip she needed to lose 20 pounds for?
Apparently.
She was leaving the next day?
Pero, I mean, it was like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, 9 sol.
2.
Oh, what time was it?
It was like, well.
En la noche?
En la noche, güey.
Oh, okay.
Because he said it was 2:30 when she knocked on his door. So, keep that in mind.
Babe, nobody wants to call the 911?
No, because he was alone. His mom worked nights.
Oh, okay.
No, I know other story. He's my friend. No, I'm just kidding. Pero with the fact that Kayla had been stabbed so many times and that it went through her, they like slashed her throat. I mean, we knew it was personal. So the investigators brought the person who could give the best information on Kayla, and that was her best friend, Janessa. So the pair worked together. They were, wherever you found one, the other one was there. They were always
Como
together.
uña y mugre.
Uña y mugre. So they would work party together, and they actually worked together también, like, como te digo, que they would have their own side hustles, so they both did it together. So she said that they just came back from New York, where they went to a party to work. She goes on to tell the investigators that Kayla was talking to different men. So then the officer, le said, pues, how many men was she talking to, right? And she said she was talking to someone by the name of Shakur and this guy named Terrence or Terry. Thermogene is his name. And her ex-boyfriend, Jovan, and then Revolt. But her ex-boyfriend was no longer in her life.
I think the kids nowadays or the youngs call it having a roster.
That was her roster.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As you should. You're younger.
Girl, Get it. She also did verify that Kayla was talking to Velt and he had a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Like, she was aware. Like, I feel like Kayla was like, okay, cool. We're not married or anything.
Yeah, we're not, like, exclusive.
She goes on to tell the detectives that Terrence did have a girlfriend, but that he did not claim her. He said that his girlfriend, that was his ex-girlfriend. And don't say that, right? He would always say that and that she was crazy.
Of course.
So the only person that she can think of that Kayla might have had a problem with, because she even said it, Kayla would not entertain it. She was like I said, she was focused on her bag, bitch. Give me the monies and let's go.
Yeah.
And that's bad bitch vibe right there. Because if you can't even, she was not worried about all these females, girl. No. She was worried about
herself and her money.
That's all that matters. So R.I.P. to Miss Kayla. So the only person that she could think of that Kayla had a problem was with Terry's ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why. She said that the first time that her and Terry, which is Kayla and Terry, met, his girlfriend messaged her right after on Instagram.
Okay.
How the fuck did you find out that quick?
I know.
First of all. And second of all, why are you messaging somebody that she's like, they didn't do it, they just met. Like, they literally were like, oh, how you doing? That's it.
I feel like word travels fast, though, in these type of, like, circles.
Now, this was not okay with Kayla, and she did ignore it. And she said that she didn't answer the message. Once again, she didn't entertain it. But she did tell Terry, hey, what the fuck? You have a girlfriend. And he said, no. This is not my girlfriend. She's crazy. She's my ex, blah, blah, blah. And so then she's told her, well, just check on your girl, whatever, right? So, whatever. They move on. Kayla didn't think much of it, but she did continue to see him. She was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So Janessa said that Terry's girl would find out about Kayla and Terry when they were working at a party. Like, she would find out every time or whatever Terrence was doing. So Terrence takes off his ring y se lo pone a Kayla.
Oh.
Girl, it got a little bit, this is where it got bad.
Was it an aura ring?
I don't know what kind of ring it was, pero it was a big ring.
Okay.
Y dice que the others at the party started taking videos of Kayla.
With the ring.
With the ring on. Y que Kayla was going like this.
Yeah.
Pero tenía un vergo de dinero, güey. O sea,
sí. She's
duh.
getting her bag
I'm
with
gonna
the bottle
go,
service.
Girl, get your bag. Pero she started going like this in the money and the ring. She started, you know.
Se enseñó en el video.
El ring, you know?
Yeah.
She's 23, girl. That's what 23-year-olds do. Now, so she said that after this, the people started taking pictures of Kayla in the ring, whatever. The next day, she, like, fucking hours later, she got a DM. And it seemed to be, again, from Terry's girlfriend. She asked her, hey, can you give me a call? Y Kayla le dijo, in regards to what?
Yeah.
And so then the girl was like, I just want to know if the guy in the braids, which was Terry, was trying to get with you, or was he trying to talk to you? Kayla again ignored her.
Yeah.
And she blocked her, right? Now, Kayla called Terrence again and she asked him, hey, what's up with this? I don't want problems. This girl, whatever. And he's like, no. Let me take you out to dinner and we'll talk about it. So when they're out to dinner, how did she find out where they were going?
Damn, le tienen tracker?
She shows up there.
An Apple tag? What are they called?
I don't know.
The Apple tag thing?
Pero she showed up there. And then Terry was like...
¿Hizo un escándalo?
No. Porque Terry was like... Kayla was like, I'm not
doing this.
Yeah. So dice Janessa que she walked in. This is a fucking novela, bitch. She walked in al bar.
Who walked in? Janessa?
Janessa.
Okay.
Because Terrence and Kayla were like, we're not going to go in. We're not entertaining this. So they went to another bar. She's like, I walked in and I saw her. She was sitting at the edge of the like bar. And she was just sitting there. And she was just kind of like looking around. Waiting to see them, right? And so she said she had her hair up. Like she was about to fight, girl, right? Pero nadie llegó. So she ended up leaving. So she said that after that, the next day, she gets a DM again. And the DM said, it's you not answering when you could be a female. She said, the sick part of it all is y'all really talking and hanging out. I want you to know I'm not coming easy on either of y'all.
What?
So basically telling her,
like you guys
this
are...
is not gonna, you're not gonna make fun of me.
No
se van a burlar de mí en mi cara.
Yeah.
You know? Bien
like,
pinche novela.
You guys are, like, think you guys have one over on me or something like that. But you don't.
So she would post a lot of weird shit, like on her Instagram. There's a lot of like Instagram posts about it. And she would like be like, oh, bitches think that I'm not going to go into their Instagrams and look for them and shit. And
la otra muchacha?
Sí, la que te digo.
Yeah.
So anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about who that is. So the Instagram that was DMing them it came back to somebody by the name of Sakina Thompson. Mm-hmm. So Sakina... So the investigators asked, how does Janessa know that they had a connection, Sakina and Terrence? And she's like, or Terry. And she's like, well, because Sakina has them all over her Instagram.
Her social, like just any social media, I'm assuming. Yeah.
And so apparently they had a really toxic relationship. Like, se agarraban a putazos and stuff. Mm-hmm. Y luego, like, she would post all of this stuff.
They would be okay one day, you know, and the others.
There's some people that have those kind of relationships. I don't know.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. So Sakina's talking about, Janessa tells her, that's all you see. That's how I know that they're connected. Mm-hmm. So Sakina was a nail tech from New York. Now Sakina's 28, so she's a little bit older.
Right.
So she's from New York too, and her and Terrence both live there. And she thought that Terry and her were in a relationship, but apparently Terry says,
according to Carrie, he saw it different.
Pero en su mente, ellos estaban juntos, güey. Like they were together. They were gonna get married. They were in her mind. She would have showed up places, like I said. She would just show up places where Terry would be, and then Terry would just, like, it was just very toxic, right? Now, a few months back, Kayla started to receive something that they say was prank calls.
Okay.
So she said that it was from someone and that they would call and stay quiet. And then when Kayla would start screaming, asking who it was, they would say things like, you're a hoe, you need to leave my man alone, you know, all this other stuff. At first, Kayla said, it has to be la girlfriend that revealed.
Okay.
Pero porque they're from New York. Ella decía, it has to be from there. And she's like, because they're from New York. And so then she says that it was from New York because whoever was talking mess to her would say the word dead ass.
Okay.
And that only New Yorkin people say dead ass.
New Yorkinos.
New Yorkins
Dead
say dead ass.
No, not just New Yorkins, because some of my friends say it.
Well, they're from New York. Anyway.
No.
So at first she thought it was his girlfriend. And he even said in the interview, hey, a few months back, like she did bring up that somebody was prank calling her. And she thought it was my girlfriend, but it wasn't my girlfriend. My girlfriend has no idea that she exists, according to him. But anyway, so before this, Terry had cheated on Sakina a lot of times with other women, 19-year-olds, pinches, de todo, güey.
Ew.
Like he was just with other women.
But like you said, they had a toxic relationship.
Pero the thing is, like Sakina, was like her focus was Kayla. Like she was like
Se agarró
como coraje con ella, you know?
She just zeroed in on her for some reason.
For some reason, even though he was like fucking all these other bitches.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kayla on the 4th of July was hanging out with Terry again because she ends up in New York because that's where I guess all her parties are. I don't know.
Yeah.
So she ends up in New York and then Sakina found out. And so then Sakina le mandó una picture of her and Terry together and they were like in bed and they were like kissing and shit.
Yeah.
And then Kayla le dice, whatever, you're just kissing the lips that were in my pussy. Yeah. That was kind of, sorry, I had to say it. Anyway, things seem to have started to turn. Kayla just continued her life. She just didn't give a fuck. She's like, fine, I'm moving on, whatever. But when police looked at the surveillance video, again, they saw the same person, the same build, and the same everything with the same mask. But now she was wearing a pink sweater, a sparkly slippers.
Oh.
And when they showed this to Diana, she recognized that those were her daughter's BB slippers.
Oh, they were slippers.
Mm-hmm. So the person that was in the surveillance was wearing a totally different outfit in the surveillance video.
Right.
Pero now this was like maybe like 3 hours after she had been seen in the black stuff.
Hoodie and stuff.
So this tells the investigators, which is something really scary, that the first time that she knocked, she was at the wrong apartment. She was at the wrong apartment. So when she knocked the 16-year-old, because he was only 2 apartments from
down. Yeah.
So I think that the reason this person kept going around in circles
was trying to figure out
where
what
she
apartment.
lived.
Yeah.
So now she went in there, and the reason she went through her clothes was because she was like, I need to change para que they don't see who I am.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard not to know that it was the same person because she had some distinct things that you can tell. Some distinct things.
Yes.
Her breastises are humongous.
Oh.
So you can see them bitches from a mile away.
Doesn't matter what you're wearing.
Doesn't matter where you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the investigators even tell her, okay, you noticed that there's some shoes missing. And she's like, yes, there's some slippers missing because they're always at the door. My daughter and I always take our shoes off and we wear the slippers around the house.
Yes.
So I guess de ahí las agarró la killer, right?
Whoever did it, yeah.
Whoever did it. Pero let me tell you something. So her mom didn't even know that the person was wearing the slippers in the surveillance video. She just said que it was slippers.
Oh, shit.
She didn't even know that the slippers, she was like, those slippers are missing.
Yes.
Because she's like, when we walk in, that's
you
the
noticed
first
it.
thing
Like
we
she
do.
noticed it. Yeah,
she noticed it, right? So now we're here. Janessa is the only one that's actually seen her, Sakina. Because remember, ella fue la que la miró en el bar.
Yes.
So dice que whenever she saw her, she knew that it was her immediately. First of all, she said that she had a distinctive walk, which kind of made me laugh because now that I think about it, she said she walked like fee, fi, fo, fum. I know.
But she's a killer, so it's okay. We can make fun of her.
Pero, yeah. And luego she's, obviously her breasts
are large and in charge.
Very large and in charge. And she's shorter and stocky. Okay. And then she said that as soon as she saw the side view, she knew that's her.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah. So then she's like, she has this distinctive, like her thing was like, she has this walk.
There's no mistaking. Like,
There's
I know.
No mistaking, yeah. Because I guess cuando se salió del bar ese día, la miró que se salió caminando. So I guess le llamó
la atención. Yeah.
Eso, right? So now, detectives were able also to get really close into the killer's phone because the killer was kind of like acting like they were on their phone.
Yeah.
And then whenever it was a picture on her screensaver, and it's the same picture that was in one of her Instagram posts. She has her hand on her tit going like this.
Okay.
Once again, I guess holding them because they're heavy.
Pushing it up?
Pushing it. No.
It's like,
así, and she was going like this. It was a weird picture, pero
it was a weird post.
She was cute. Girl, she was feeling herself. And she was in all black, and that's the same picture was in there. Not only that, but the shoes that the killer was wearing when I told you that they didn't know what color or what kind of shoes, they were black and like they looked kind of like a boot.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that they were black Prada boots. They were like black Prada. Not only that, pero she posted whenever she had got those boots.
See, that's what happens when you be posting everything online, girl.
So they were able to also track the hotel where Sakina was staying at. And then in the surveillance video, she ordered Uber Eats, right? And guess what? The same bag that she got from the Uber Eats was the one
that you were saying that looked like Hop Daddy's. Mm-hmm. Hop Daddy's?
It was like a brown paper bag. And I guess that it matched. It was the same bag. Like when she grabbed it, like
it was literally
the same fucking bag. Right? So in the video of the killer, she was holding the same bag, walking around the complex in the all black thing for 2 hours or 3, however many. And
That's
then
crazy.
So the prosecutors theorized that the bag must have been used because, she would get really upset. I guess she found out that Terrence would send food to Kayla cuando salía del trabajo.
Yeah.
So then I guess that's what she used probably for Kayla to open the door.
Oh, like a food delivery service.
Mm-hmm. Porque él le mandaba a veces comida.
Yeah.
So yo creo ella le daba coraje. I don't know.
Yeah, a lo mejor, like, she's going to see me in the camera with the bag of food. She probably thinks que se la mandó aquel.
Or like, oh, let me open the door.
Yes.
Right? So on August the 3rd of 2022, Sakina was arrested in Queens, New York, and she was charged with first-degree murder. Now, she was extradited to Broward County, Florida on October the 18th of 2022. When I saw that, I was like, damn, they take forever to extradite them, huh?
Oh, I'm sure there's stuff that they have to do.
In addition to that, remember I mentioned that Kayla had lost a nail while fighting?
Or multiple nails.
Multiple nails, trying to save her life. The DNA that was found, it was a match to a single woman. There was no other
person involved, yeah.
It was just a match to a single woman, and that was actually Sakina. But you know what? They didn't find that out until after her trial started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that wasn't something
that just goes to show you that they had enough evidence to go to trial.
So it began on September the 30th of 2025.
Oh, apenas, el año pasado.
Sakina did not deny that she was at Kayla's apartment. She said that, yes, she was there, but that she was acting on self-defense.
Okay. Explain.
She went to Kayla's apartment to confront her, woman to woman, and that Kayla attacked her with a broken hookah. And then she blacked out because she was pregnant and she wanted to protect herself and her child. So she said she was about 2 months pregnant and that Kayla had tried to slash her belly. Now, I don't think that was accurate because if you look in the other video, whenever she's leaving the apartment, she's wearing a light pink shirt. So if you're slashed in the stomach... Pues,
no, she said she tried.
No, she said that she actually slashed her in the stomach and that she lost it.
And she blacked out.
She blacked out. What does that mean? I don't know. But she said that she lost it. So then after that, jury rejected that explanation, stating that she premeditated the trip. She traveled, got a hotel, went to the apartments, and she even used false rideshare information, like she made accounts and shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And then took a bag of food.
Yes.
Knowing that the times that Terrence would probably, or Terry would probably send Kayla food. And
use that to her advantage.
Yeah. You did that.
You knew what you were doing.
So prosecutors argued that Sakina changed out of the bloody clothing and left wearing some of Kayla's clothing, fueled the speculation that she did this again, premeditated. Because she was like, okay, I'm all full of blood. I don't need them to find out. That's why I told you before. She was like just cleaning because she probably thought, I'm going to get away with this shit. They're never gonna
they always think that though.
But you know what is funny? As soon as the first time that I saw that she was on the camera, and then I didn't know that it was a killer at first. I mean, I knew that was a killer, but I didn't know. Pero as soon as I saw that she was wearing a Yankees hat, I was like, okay, she has to be from New York. Yeah. Why? I don't know. I just felt it like, bro.
Did it actually say Yankees? Or?
Mm-hmm. No, it was like a Yankee hat. You know, it's blue. Kayla's family was all there, and they were all wearing pink pants and black shirts in support of Kayla. And there was a shirt that said, I think, "Justice for Kayla." And then her brother and sister gave victim impact statements. Mm-hmm. Girl, their impact statements was like tea. Okay, so the sister, I didn't put this in here, pero the sister was like, you were just jealous of her. That's why you were so upset, and you need to understand you're never gonna be her. You're never gonna look like her. And every time you look in the mirror, you're gonna see yourself. Ooh. I was like, damn, like that was like burnt biscuit, bitch. Damn, like that, like yeah. But anyway, after 9 days, the jury found Sakina guilty of first-degree murder after 1.5 hours of deliberating.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's not long at all.
She was sentenced to life imprisonment with no parole.
Wow.
So later, Sakina did give birth.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant. allegedly, she had been pregnant at least 3 other times.
Okay.
Y el baby se le venía, or she would have a miscarriage or whatever. But this time she actually gave birth, and it was Terrence's child, and he took responsibility and he took custody of the child.
Okay, good.
I saw somewhere, now I don't know if this is true or not, pero miré somewhere where she wrote a letter to the judge. Él escribió una carta y les dijo que por favor la dejaran salir para tener la baby afuera de la cárcel.
No.
And they told her no. They denied that. With that being said, let us know what you think. If you would like to follow us on Instagram, you can at
Cafecito and Crime Pod. And if you would like to download our episodes, leave us a review and or rate us. We would really appreciate it.
a lot. Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you in the next one.
Bye.